Let's start by adding a CSS class to an HTML element using plain JavaScript. First, we select the element with the class myElement. Then, we use the classList add method to append a new class to the list of classes the element currently has. This is useful when you want to apply additional styling defined within that new class. Now, if we want to remove a class, we can do so by selecting the element just like before and then calling classList remove with the class name that we wish to remove, in this case, existing class. This effectively strips the styling associated with that class from the element. Toggling a class is an efficient way to switch a class on and off. By using classList toggle and providing the class toggle class, our script checks if the class exists. If it does, the class is removed. If not, it's added. This is great for situations like highlighting a selected item in a list. Sometimes you might want to change an element's style directly. This line of code selects the element and sets its color property to blue. But be cautious when using this approach, as it can lead to less maintainable code compared to toggling classes or using CSS. Now moving to Angular, we use renderer2 to manipulate the DOM more safely. In this scenario, we're adding a class using addClass. Renderer2 ensures that our DOM manipulations are compatible with server-side rendering and web workers by providing an abstraction layer. Similarly, to remove a class in Angular with renderer2, we call removeClass. This is part of Angular's system to avoid direct DOM manipulation, which can lead to security issues like XSS attacks. Always prefer renderer2 for such operations in Angular applications. Lastly, to set a style directly using renderer2, use the setStyle method. Just provide the element, the name of the style property, and the value. This maintains the security benefits and abstraction provided by renderer2, while applying inline styles to the element.